Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. Alright, it's been a couple weeks since I've done any video on the transformation of the pool area into a little planter, but that doesn't mean nothing's been going on. I've been spending a lot of time over the last couple weeks digging out the edges and finding the sprinkler lines. It's a little buried right now, but I needed to know where the sprinkler lines were and how it was all routed in there. And so that was kind of a long and tedious job. You got to be real careful digging around this stuff because it's very easy to break them. And like I said, I got a little bit more of this to do. I got to dig that one out, but I'm all the way around here. It's been a little windy lately, so the leaves have kind of blown into the hole. But like I said, it's important to know where all this is all the heads are and how they're all routed around in here, because ultimately I'm going to have to tap into this and reconfigure it to do what I want it to do to handle this area. So knowing where everything is, that's kind of important. And so I've gotten everything like excavated to the point where I know where the head is and how to tap into it and all that. But next thing I got to start doing is thinking about how I'm going to make sure that when I'm going around with the bricks around the perimeter, that the levels aren't doing this as we go around. And I've been thinking about that for a couple weeks, and I really come to the conclusion that the only way I'm going to do this is with a high power laser level. I've got one that works fine in the house, but it doesn't have enough power to make enough light out here to show me what I need. So what I think I need to do is go find one, and then what I'm going to have to do is everything is going to be referenced with this pin here that's the center point in the planter. That's the whole circle is based on this is the center point. This is going to be the point where everything intersects here, and so it'll go off that direction, go off that direction, go off that direction, and go off that direction with a walkway with the individual tree sections in each one of them. So what I'll end up having to do is probably pull a lot of the dirt that I've pulled out of the hole and pull it to this side of the planter, and then we'll do that side with a laser level, and we'll kind of mark the height that I want it to be on this post here. And at that point then I can move the laser level around and shoot the whole thing and make the whole thing work. So that's what I got to do today. I have, like I said, that one in the house, but that's not going to cut it. They got ones that are like a green laser that are really designed for outside use like this, and so I'm going to go get one of those, and I'm going to finish off this section. And I think I'm going to try and set up the perimeters or the positions of each of the walkways, because I got to do some calculations to figure out exactly how to make my right angles perfect. And I got an idea how to do that, so I think we're going to try and do that today also. But we have to go to Home Depot and get some stuff before we can proceed. Alright, a few hours have passed now, and I have gone in and dug out all the way around the perimeter now. So the next step now would be to put the bricks in here. I excavated around this head and this head here. Now, like I said, there are 9 heads here, and I want to have 2 of them in each of the quadrants. So I've decided, I think, that I'm going to remove this one here. This is the one we're not going to use, because this has some sort of a weird, funky little adapter connector thing here that somebody put on here, and I don't know, that just doesn't seem really solid to me. So even if I were to use it, I'd probably cut it back here and come off of that. But like I said, I need to figure out how we're going to get 2 heads into each of the quadrants, because they aren't really well distributed. We got 3 of them here within a 10-foot area there, and then over on the other side there by the tree, there's only 2 of them in the same space. So I'm going to have to reroute a little bit. But what I'm going to do is once we get the ground level down, get the first layer of bricks in there, I'll run the plumbing at that point and route it over to wherever it needs to be to get it into each of the individual quadrants, each of the individual planters, and that will be at that point. But at this point, I think next thing I want to do is run over to Home Depot and get one of those laser levels, the green laser levels, the high power ones that will allow me to see what I need to see here, because that's definitely going to be a first step to making this look good. So let's go over to do that. I also want to get some marking strings because I want to begin marking out where the walkways in the middle are going to be. So that's going to take a little work too, so we're going to pick up stuff for that. Oh, and one more thing. Part of the reason it took a couple hours to complete this is because I began digging dirt out of the hole here, and as I pulled dirt out of the hole, leaves from the yard, which had come off that tree right there, and we're all just kind of back there by the shed, we're all blowing into the hole. It was just becoming a mess. So before I even started too much on working on the planter area, I actually went over here and cleaned up all the leaves. The original plan was, since I'm going to need a lot of mulch material, was just to let them lay on the ground until I was ready for them, and then I would just move them all into the planter at the bottom. But as I was starting to realize, that's a month or two away, and I don't want to have all these leaves on the lawn at that point for the next 2 months. So what I did is I just used the lawnmower as a vacuum, and I bagged them all up, and we're just going to keep them here, and when we're ready, we'll empty these bags out into the planter, and we'll be good to go. Okay, I'm back from Home Depot. I actually went kind of to a sporting goods store too, because I needed some tent stakes in order to kind of stake this thing out. You can kind of see now what I have in mind. Starting right at the end of the sidewalk here, you'll step up into it, and there'll be a pathway going here. You'll get to the middle, you can go that way out to that end, that way out to that end, or that way out to that end. And then each of these 4 quadrants will have a tree in it. And probably other things too, because this is a lot bigger of a section than a single tree might need. In fact, who knows, we might put multiple trees in here, who knows. But I kind of want them to grow big, and generally a large fruit tree, is going to get something that's, canopy of 8 feet, 10 feet, 12 feet tall, and maybe 12 feet in diameter. So that'll be like perfect for each one of these here. We'll just kind of plant it right there in the middle. We'll have a lot of kind of free space to plant other things in here also, and that'll work out well. And I've also got now a better idea of what the sprinkler head alignment is going to look like. As I said, I want to have 2 heads in each quadrant. So this one here has 3, 1, 2, 3. That one actually broke off when I was digging it out, so I'll have to do some repairs on that. I got this one here, which is underneath the walkway, but what I can do is walk it out to here, and then this one here, we'll walk to this corner, and basically I want to have a sprinkler head here, a sprinkler head at the corner there, and a sprinkler head in the corner there on each one of these. So now that I got this all excavated out, we can get in here and rototill this, start getting some of the levels built up, and this is starting to come together. This quadrant will have this head and that head over there, which is just perfect. This one, same thing here. This one here and that one over there. Once again, we'll split them up and move them over to the corner here. So like I said, there's a head here, head in the corner there, and a head in the corner there. Kind of all pointing towards the middle, so everything gets kind of a good drink. So I think I made some good progress today. I did get that laser level, and that's in the house right now, and I'll pull that out of the box and show you that. But I think we're kind of coming close to the end of our video today, so let's go in and see what else we got. Yeah, so this is the laser level I got here. This is a little bit more high-tech than the one I had. It's a little bit more of a professional style of this, but the really great thing about it is it goes with the you have the green laser with a really high powerful laser. Usually the lasers they put in here are 2 or 3 milliwatts. This is like 10 milliwatts, and it creates a good level line, throws a lot of light. You can also do vertical lines if you want, or horizontal, or actually both, which is kind of cool. So it's nice to have both the like I said, the horizontal and the vertical lines. That's really good for lining things up. So I think this is going to do a good job for me. It comes with a couple of additional features. There's this nice little stand here, which looks like it has a really great magnet on the back of it, so you could stick it to that. I just got it right now on a camera tripod. Also comes with this thing here. I'm not exactly sure what this thing is. I'm gonna have to do a little reading on it, but we'll figure that out and see if that comes with it. But yeah, that's the laser level here. That's the thing that's going to let me hopefully make my brick planter level and flat all the way around. So there you go. There's the technology. Always looking for something new to add to my tool belt, and this is a good one. So anyway, I think that's all that I have for today. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.